Hi, so in this video I'm just going to show you a few beginner's tips. Alright, so I've got a bit of scrap material here and some leftover thread. So to start off with, I'm just going to show you how to thread a needle, just or the way I do it at least. So grab your needle and then just throw the material, the thread, sorry, over like that, so it's just hanging off it. So I just make it a bit shorter, and then I just grab it with my two fingers and pinch round the needle so that I'm holding it really tight towards the end, and then I just drag the needle out so that I've just got it clasped at the end, and then just pop it through the eye of the needle. This either goes really well for me or it's really tricky. Like this one, if you find it really tricky, like I just did, just pop it back through like that, there we go, and just try again, and then you'll find it either works or it doesn't. There we go, straight through, and pop it through until it's past the bit that's overlapped, and then where you've been holding it so tight, it creates like a nice little like corner in the thread. So now I just hold it like that. Okay, so to knot the thread as well, I just grab the end in between my fingers like that, like so, and then I just wrap it round my second finger once, as you can see, like that, and then just carefully pop the needle underneath the thread through and pull it through. So it's gone like that once, twice, 3 times. I would personally do 3 as a minimum. Just, I don't know, 3 is a lucky number. Pop your finger out and then start to pull it. Now I tend to push like that against the end and make sure that it's pulled tight, so that you don't have to waste loads of material. But like this one, the thread's different lengths because it's like I said, scrap, so the ends aren't tight. So just make sure that the knot's really secure. Then any excess that you've got at the end, just pop between my fingers like that and grab a pair of scissors, and just, I like to keep it quite short because then it keeps the back nice and smart, but you don't want to get too close to the knot because otherwise it will just undo because you'll have accidentally caught it. So there you go, so there's the threaded needle. So just a couple of basic stitches. So the first one I'm going to do is show you a back stitch. So I get my material and the thread and just pop it through the back and up like so, and then I just do a normal forward stitch like that. So just bring it back through so that it's gone like that for you, and then I go, once you've done that, bring it through. Now on the back you then want to go, so you've got your knot there, where the thread's just come through there, and then I just pop it, oh, if I could do it straight, further forward than where that one's coming out. So as you can see on the front, you've got your stitch and then your needle's coming through that bit. Pull it through, not too tight so the material all gathers, but just so that it's nice and, so this one's nice and firm. And then pop your pin in the end of the last stitch. Okay, so you can see I've popped it in right on the end. So then you pop it through like so, and it's created a longer stitch, and on the back it's created like it's gone back on it, so it's quite a strong stitch. And then just to show you again, so you go further forward than where the stitch is, so you can see where the material is, pop it through so it's like that, pull it through, and then you go back to the last bit and pop it through. You want to keep them quite small, otherwise you'll find that the thread gapes, and then it will come undone because it'll get caught. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, that's not a very straight line, but it shows you a little bit about how it is, and then that's what the back will look like. Okay, so that's a back stitch. Next I will show you a cross stitch. So that's really easy again, you just pop through your needle at the front. Let me do it a bit further over. So I've pulled it through there, and then you just do a nice little small one next to it, right up close to where you pulled the needle through. So you see it's created a really small little stitch there, okay? Again, go further ahead than where it was, not too far though, and bring it back through. And then you take your needle with it through this side, so your thread's all on this side, sorry, and pop it through that stitch that you've just done. You see, so I've popped the needle through the stitch, put it through so the thread goes tight, and then you put it back through where you originally came up from. So it looks a bit like a mess at the moment, you can't see what I'm talking about, but if I pull it through, you see it's created like a little loop, sort of. It's just created like a fatter stitch. You'll be able to see better when you do it yourself that it's created like a little chain, and then you just do it again. So you just pop it back through further up like so, so you can see the gap that I've created, and then now you're pushing it through the link that you've just made, so not that original stitch that's here but this one that's there. You just pull it through. If I could find my needle. There we go, like so, and then just pop it back through the hole where it originally came from, so that it's created like that little hook. So now you can start to see that it's created like a little, it's like much thicker than this one, you see. So that creates like a nice little, that if you want to fill like a bigger border, I tend to use that one because it's just a bit pretty and it's just a bit different. So now I'm going to show you how to do a French knot. So you pop your thread through the material again, you take it and you just wrap the thread around the needle a couple of times. So I tend to do, like I said earlier, 3. So then it's tight like that, and then you just pop it back through either on top of or just next to the thread you've come out. So it's like that. You just pop the needle through, let all the thread come back behind it, and then it creates this little like knot. Can you see? It's created like a little ball on top. So that's quite good for decorating and creating like a nice little effect on there. You will find that, or I definitely find when I do them, if I try and do 3 in a row, all 3 will definitely look different because I'm no good at them. So then just to show you how to knot your thread at the end, say you've run out of thread, so you just back to this. I do it just the same as I do a French knot, but slightly different, so obviously you don't end up on this side of the material. So you're out the back, so you're not on the front, you're round the back. Take your thread again, wrap it round the needle, or I would if we go, just a couple of times. So you can see there, I've wrapped it around the needle, and then I just pull the needle through, leaving the knot behind like that. Looks a bit messy at the moment. So I take the top there and I just push it down and hold my finger near the material, which is quite tricky when you're trying to get it on video. And then it's created the knot just there. Don't know if you can see that. My top's probably the wrong colour. So it's created knot. Now this one's created it quite far up, so the way to stop that is by holding it and making sure that you don't let it get too thin before you pull it down. But you can always do another one, or it's not the end of the world if it's miles away, but obviously you want to get it as close as possible to make sure the front doesn't come loose. So then again, I just take my scissors and I pop the scissors near the knot and cut. Obviously not too close because you don't want the knot to come undone, but it keeps it nice and neat on the back. All right, thank you, goodbye.